Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Gordon here with another Tech Time with Gordon. Today I'm going to be talking about Gmail. So I'm going to talk about how to get an account, and I'm going to give you tips and tricks that you may not know with having a Gmail account. So let's begin. So in regards to what Gmail is a free email service provided by Google. What you can do with it is send and receive emails. It's great in regards to blocking spam. You can create a contact list with it, and you can basically perform any email-based tasks. So if you're looking for a new email account or want a secondary email account, Gmail is great, and the nice thing is it's free. So some advantages with Gmail or some features that it provides. One is it has a great spam filter. So if you are tired of constant spam in your regular email, Gmail might be right for you. It does have a built-in conversation view. So what I'm talking about is if you have emails that are going back and forth, they will combine them all into one. So you can basically go through each email fairly easy. This is great if, again, if you're having long chains of emails back and forth, you can disable conversation view at any time. Another feature that Gmail has is it has a built-in chat. So if you enjoy like Facebook Messenger and you want to talk back and forth quickly, you can use this feature. The great thing about having a Gmail account is it acts as a Google account. So with a Google account, you have access to other Google services. So for one, you have now access to YouTube. So you have a YouTube account. You have an account for Google Maps. If you have a Android device, you already have a Google or Gmail account with them because you have to utilize that for the Play Store. So there are a lot of benefits when it comes down to having a Gmail account. So if I persuaded you that maybe Gmail is right for you, it is easy to get an account. Again, it is a free service, so all you have to do is hop on to gmail.com, click create account. You're going to fill in the sign up form. Now it does require to have a phone number to verify your account. I personally would use a mobile device, so it's quick and easy to access. If you are just doing it from home at all times, then a landline is fine. What's going to happen is once you've given them a phone number, if it is a mobile, that's going to send you a text message to verify the account. If it is a landline, they would call and they would give you a number that you're going to type in. Once you type this in, it's verified. You are now going to enter a few more things in regards to personal information like your name and your birth date. You're just going to review the terms of privacy, basically review that, and then click agree, and now you have a Google account. So, like I've said in the past, creating accounts such as a Gmail account, you do want to have a strong password. So in regards to passwords, there are some tips and tricks regarding that. One, don't use familiar information. They'll have access. Someone will be able to get access to your street address, your last name, your birth date, all that kind of information. So sometimes, it's not a bad idea to go totally random. Longer is better. Generally you want between 6 to 12. I think actually Gmail at the present is 8 characters long. Again, never use personal information. Make sure to, if you are going to record or save these passwords, store them safely. I like to write these in a little book that I'll just keep and tuck away. Doesn't leave the house, but I know where it is at all times. Avoid using patterns. So if you have used this multiple password on other accounts, don't use it for this account. And if you have to, only change it when necessary. So if you know that your account, if someone's trying to break into your account, you've had a virus, and you're not sure what's going on there, that's when you have to look at change potentially. So when it comes down to tips regarding Gmail, one thing I would recommend is checking out the mail settings. So mail settings will allow you to adjust your appearance for Gmail, so you can change it for something or to something that you enjoy. You can create a signature, so all your emails end exactly the same. You don't always have to say, love or whatever at the end. You can just put your signature in, and that's it. You can put vacation replies, so if you know you're going to be away for a certain length of time, you can create an email letting people know, so you're not going to find thousands and thousands of emails left. You can also make labels, what are basically folders, and you can adjust where emails are going. So you do have a lot of access when it comes to settings, and you can play around to make Gmail right for you. When it comes down to adding attachments, you can send different files to other people, such as images and documents. In order to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the paperclip. Now, if the file is too large, what you can do is actually use your Google Drive, and basically you can store large files there and send it to other people to view. So another cool feature in regards to Gmail is you do have access to formatting. So they do have a toolbar that will allow you to format your text for your email message. So if you want to put stuff in bold, you want to highlight specific areas, you want to change the color of the fonts, you want to do italics, you want to do underline, whatever you want, you can adjust the formatting of your email so it stands out. So previously I mentioned conversations. So basically what this will allow you to do, if you do reply to an email, they'll group it in a conversation. So again, if you are having back and forth, all the emails will be linked together, so it's easier for you to find. Now you can adjust this. You can turn this view conversation view on or off depending on your preference. To do this, you would go and open Gmail. You would go into your settings. You would look for conversation view, and then you can either select conversation view on, which again will link everything together, or you can turn it off, which will mean every time you reply, it's going to be a separate email. It's not going to link everything together. Just make sure to save these changes and then they'll stick. So when it comes down to Gmail, some of the terms that they use are a little different than other email providers. One being labels. So what labels are email folders. This is just a great way to organize your email so you don't have everything sitting in your inbox. So, you can make labels in regards to, bills you're paying. Maybe if you're having that back and forth in regards to, business related things, you can create a label for it. And the nice thing too is you can have multiple labels, so you can have also labels within labels. This is just a great way to organize your email account. Another thing you have is stars. So basically right next to an email, you'll see a little star icon. Basically, if you click on this, you are marking that email or those emails as priorities. This is just a great feature that allows you quick access to these emails so that you can make sure that you deal with them quickly. Another thing you do have the ability to do is using filters. Basically in settings, you can adjust certain emails that are coming in. So if potentially it's work related, you can have that email automatically go under the label that's marked work, or maybe it's someone that you really don't want to speak to. You can mark it as that before it even hits the inbox, it's going to be automatically blocked for you. So these just are other cool little things that you can do within Gmail. Other things you can do with Gmail, which are somewhat newer, one's called confidential mode. So if you're sent, you basically can set an email to have an expiry date. You can even revoke it if you decide that you don't want them to have it in the end. So basically this allows you more control on your email, and also if you do have private information that you are sending, you give it a time frame so that potentially it can auto delete itself, so it's not going to stay around in someone's email for too long. Next is offline support. So you do have the option to basically, search for emails, compose, reply, or delete, and even archive basically 90 days worth of emails without even being connected. So basically, what this means is you do have the ability to access older emails. You can reply to them and all that in an offline mode. Basically, once we connect, all those replies are going to be sent. This just gives you access. So if we lose power or you lose internet connection, you can still work or function with your email. So in conclusion, Gmail is a great email provider. It's free. The biggest hurdle that I find that some people have is verifying your information with a phone number. If you do have a mobile device, I would recommend that using that over a landline. The issue is sometimes when you use sometimes you'll have to re-verify your information, and if you don't have quick access to it, it can make things difficult. But I do understand that some people don't have mobile devices, so a landline works just the same. Just make sure that if you are going to change any of this information, make sure to update this in your Gmail account. The advantage too in regards to having a Gmail account is you do have access to all of Google's services. So having a YouTube account, having access to mail, having a cloud-based storage system. There are just so many advantages to having a Gmail account. So definitely, if you're interested in it, I recommend doing some research yourself, and then if it's right for you, definitely create one. Hopefully everyone learned a little bit for tips and tricks, and I look forward to seeing everyone next Thursday. Bye for now.